Welcome and good morning, dear student. Today we will discuss the syllabus for subject zoology, and the paper is Animal Diversity third. So likewise in first year, in second year also there are three different papers of zoology, which includes the Animal Diversity third, Applied Zoology, and the practicals based on these two theory paper. Similar like that of FY, it is again of 2 credit, and the marking patterns or the system is also similar like that of first year. That is 15 marks for internal assessment and 35 mark for university theory examination. Total is 50 mark. Out of this internal 15 mark, you will have to score minimum 6 mark, and from university theory exam, which is for 35 mark, you will have to score minimum 14 mark, and likewise out of 50 you will have to score minimum 20 mark. So this is marking system or the marking pattern for all the papers in SY. Now after this marking system or pattern, we will move towards the syllabus of Animal Diversity third. So it is having the different topic. Number first topic deals with the introduction to phylum Chordata. In Animal Diversity third, we are going to deal with the systematic arrangement of the chordates or the classification of chordate. As far the non-chordates are concerned, we have studied these non-chordates in first year, that is in Animal Diversity first and Animal Diversity second. Now afterwards we'll have to study the next classification, that is the phylum Chordata. In the phylum Chordata, we'll have to study the different subtopic, which include the number first is origin and ancestry of chordates. The second subbit or the subtopic is comparative account of fundamental characters of chordates with non-chordate. Third subbit is salient features of phylum Chordata, and the fourth subbit is of classification of phylum Chordata up to classes Pisces, Amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammals. So this classification that we are going to deal under the fourth subbit of introduction to phylum Chordata, first topic. Then the second topic of this Animal Diversity third, which include introduction to group. And in phylum Chordata there are two groups, one is a Protochordata and the second is Vertebrata or Craniata. In this second topic only the Protochordates are to be studied, which include the salient features of Protochordata, means the primitive chordate, Hemichordata, Cephalochordata and Urochordata. The second subtopic is salient features of subphylums with the two examples each, and here also the only names are to be expected. And which are these three subphyla? Number first is Hemichordata, which include the Baronoglossus and Rhabdopleura. The second subphylum is Urochordata, which include the Herdmania and Salpa. And the next or the last subphylum of the group Protochordata is Cephalochordata, and the examples are Branchiostoma or Amphioxus and Ursimetron. So these are the different subtopics of the second topic, Introduction to Group Protochordata. Then the third topic is Introduction to Subphylum Vertebrata. This Introduction to Subphylum Vertebrata include again two important topics. First is salient features of vertebrata, means the character of vertebrata. The second is introduction and general characters of sections with two examples. Here again only names are expected. And these sections are Agnatha, and the examples are Petromyzon and Myxine. And the second is Gnathostomata, and the example is frog as well as labia. Then the fourth topic is Introduction to class Pisces, and this fourth topic includes again the different subtopic which are salient features of class Pisces, introduction and salient features of sections with two examples. Again only the names are expected. There are two classes, major classes that we are going to study. The number first class is Chondrichthyes, which is also called as cartilaginous fish, and the example is Colodon and Chimera. And second is Osteichthyes, which is also called as bony fishes, and the examples are Labio and Cutla. Then the third subtopic is types of scales in fishes. Fourth subtopic is types of fins in fishes. So the diversity of scales and fins that we are going to study. Then the fifth topic in animal diversity, third, is Introduction to class Amphibia. That is the animals which lives in water as well as on the land. And number first topic is salient features of class Amphibia. Then introduction to order. Again three different orders that we are going to study under this Amphibia. Number first is Apoda, absence of legs. Example is Ichthyophis. The second is Ureodella, and the example is Salamandra, which is also called as a salamander, that is tail bearing amphibian. And the third class is Anura, that is amphibians, highly developed amphibian. Example is Rana or frog, which are having the tetrapod structure. So this is about the different order of class Amphibia. And the last bit in class Amphibia is parental care in Amphibia. We will have to study how the parents of this amphibian take care of their young one, and their types and the methods that we are going to study in this subbit. So this is all about the introduction to class Amphibia. And the next sixth or the last topic is study of Scalodon. As we have also known about this Scalodon, which is belong from the class Pisces, and it is Chondrichthyes fish or cartilaginous fish. We'll have to detailed study of the Scalodon or type study of Scalodon, and we will have to study the 8 different topics from this Scolidon. Number first is systematic position, geographical distribution, habit and habitat of the Scolidon. Then the second subbit is external characters of Scolidon. Third subbit is the digestive system, food and feeding mechanism in Scolidon. Then fourth subbit is respiratory system of Scolidon, and in the respiratory system we will have to study the structure of hollow branch only. Only the complete gill we are going to deal, not the incomplete gill, that is hemibranch. Then the fifth subbit is external and internal structure of heart and working of heart of Scolidon. Then this is about the circulatory system. Then the sixth subtopic is nervous system of Scolidon, and in the nervous system only we'll have to study the brain of Scolidon. Then after the nervous system, the seventh subtopic is male urinogenital system and female reproductive system of Scolidon. In the Scolidon, sexes are separate, male and females are separate, and in case of a male, excretory system and reproductive systems are closely associated with each other. That's why it is called as urinogenital system. But in case of female, these are separate. That's why it is called as a female reproductive system. So that we are going to study in the seventh subbit. And the last subbit is yolk sac and placenta in the Scolidon. That is the early developmental stages into the Scolidon. So this is all about the animal diversity third. These are the topics that we are going to study in detail from the animal diversity third. The classification started from the chordate, and we will have to study the all chordate classification from primitive chordate to the higher chordate, like the mammals and aves. And along with this classification or the characters of different kinds of the classes, there is one type study, that is study of Scolidon. This is a similar type study that the student or you have studied in first year, like the paramecium. You have studied the paramecium, then you have studied the earthworm, and again you have studied this starfish. So similarly, this Scolidon or the type study animal that belong from the class Pisces. So this is all about your syllabus of animal diversity third. Hope you understand all the syllabus. Afterwards we will see the different kinds of topics one by one. If you have any doubt or the query regarding this syllabus or any kinds of this subtopic, please write into the comment box. So I will try to solve all your doubts or the queries. Thank you very much.